Hello, this is Alex, and I'm back with another bass tutorial. Today we got a real easy one. This is Zombie by the Cranberries. Um, just classic song, very simple bass line. It has a little bit of movement. I thought I'd walk you through the main riffs of it. The important thing is when you're practicing this song, you might practice it to the track that you know and love and say, wow, it really just doesn't sound right. I can't get my bass to sound like theirs does. Well, there's a reason. They didn't tune their bass to standard tuning when they recorded this. It's pretty close, but it's a few cents off. So when you try to play with your bass that's probably perfectly in tune because you tuned it with a tuner, it's not going to sound right. So what I just suggest doing is maybe searching on this lovely site YouTube, searching Cranberries, Zombie, standard tuning. And some people have put together some lovely pitch corrected versions that are great for practice. And then you'll know you're playing the right pitches and not have to guess when what you're hearing and what you're playing sounds slightly different. Okay, let's get into it. This one starts off with rhythm guitar, kind of playing through our basic chord progression once. And then right as they finish that, we hear a bit of a drum fill. When we hear that drum fill, we want to do a big bass slide to gain some momentum into our first note, which is low E. Right, so we hear. Right, so that is a big bass slide downwards. I tend to start somewhere kind of between 12 and 15. And I put my finger and I actually start kind of sliding before I pluck the string. That way so I don't hear the note that I'm sliding from. I just hear a downward, right? So I kind of start my finger sliding down and then I pluck the string. So you get, right? You don't really hear, right? You just want to hear that slide. Okay, and then the main riff of the song for the bass is E. Then you play G, which is 3 of E, and then back to open E. Then we're going to go to C, which is 3 on A. Then up 2 frets, you can slide it to 5, back to 3. Then we're going to do the same thing on E string, 3. Slide to 5, back to 3. Then we're going to just play 2 on E. Right, so all together, we hear the guitars go through their progression once, we hear the drums go bop, and we do our big slide. E, G, E, C, D, C, G, A, G, F sharp. Do this again. Then we go to the quiet version. So we played a big slide and 2 loud versions. Now the quiet version takes out all the movement. This is what she sings over. It's the same progression of E, C, G, F sharp, but we take out all the movement, so we just play those notes. Then she starts singing. And we do that until she gets to the big chorus where the drums come back in your head, in your head. Then we go back to the moving riff. So that is pretty much all you play until we get to the second chorus. So we've gone back and forth between our chorus pattern, which is our loud riff with the movement, versus our verse pattern, which is our quiet riff with no movement, until we get to the end of the second chorus. So we've just sang zombie, 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 and we've done our loud riff with movement a couple times, and then everything drops back like we're going to go into another verse, but we're not. We're going to go into the solo. So this time when everything drops back, instead of doing the verse riff with no movement, we play this. Right? And that goes all the way through the quiet part of the solo, but once the drums and rhythm guitars kick back in, we go back into our main riff for the rest of the solo. So we're going to call this part solo A, or quiet solo. So this part is very similar to our verse pattern, or our chorus pattern rather. We're going to play the E again, and he does throw in a few extra plucks this time. Then we go to the C. Again, we're playing the same thing with a couple extra plucks. This time when we slide to D, we go back to C, then open A, then 3 on E, and we repeat the pattern. So nice and slowed down all together, it sounds like this. This is quiet solo. And it does that through all the beginning of the solo. And then, like I said, once we get to loud solo, we go back to our chorus pattern, which is with lots of movement. Until we get out of the solo, we drop back again, we go back to quiet solo, we do it 3 times, and then end on an E. So the ending of the song, once we get past loud solo, we're playing the chorus, we go. This is 3. And the song's over. All right, so pretty easy. There's only 3 parts to this song. There's our loud chorus, there's our quiet verse, and then there's our quiet solo, which is like half of our loud chorus and just repeats on the E and the C. So I didn't go over arrangement too much in this video because I think the arrangement is pretty simple. Just listen to it. There's only 3 parts. It's got to be one of those 3. So try and fit it over the part and listen to what your ear is telling you, and it'll tell you where to put those parts in. Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed it, if this kind of video where I just break down the riffs and don't go note by note in the arrangement is helpful for you, more than going through note by note arrangement style and singing all the lyrics and stuff, let me know, because I can do shorter things too. But please subscribe if you want to hear more bass and guitar tutorials explained by yours truly. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.